What if 2025 was the year that you really went for it, that you really put yourself all out there and finally made your dreams come true? That's the energy I'm on for 2025, and that's the energy that I want you to be on for 2025. So let's get into it. I just want to start by saying that I'm a person who has vision. I'm a person who has vision not only for myself, but visions for others. There have been so many people that I have poured into, and now they are taking off and doing things that I haven't even done myself. But it's about planting those seeds in people and letting them take the lead. And so that's what I want to do with my YouTube channel. I want to be a person who inspires you to go after your dreams, even if it's not about doing hair or selling hair or anything in that realm. But I want you to believe in the possibility of your dreams coming true. I want you to believe that it's time for leaders to come out of the fold. It's time for us to start believing in ourselves, because once we believe in ourselves, it makes way for other people to believe in themselves. And if you don't see all the things that are going on in the world right now and not realizing that it's time for you to step into your God-given calling, then I don't know what else is going to prompt you to do it. We have to be bold this year. We have to believe that whatever vision God has placed in us, He actually wants to see it through, and He wants to give us the keys to make that happen in our lives. There is no impossible 2025. Like Nike said, let's just do it, okay? Let's just do it. So I want to start the year off strong and just pointing you guys in a direction that I'm going myself, and where I see vision for all of us as hairstylists or someone who has a dream. And I think that dream begins with YouTube. And the reason I think it begins with YouTube is because there's just so many possibilities on YouTube. It's the ad revenue is much better. The connection with your audience is much better. YouTube is just that girl. YouTube is just that girl. Even though I haven't gotten to the point of being monetized on YouTube, every time I go back to being on Instagram, I realize how much of a rat race it is, and it's just not sustainable. It just really isn't sustainable. If you're trying to run a business, there's so many different pieces to your business. To my hair business, I actually braid hair now, so that's time consuming. I have to talk with vendors to get products in. I have to try to update my website. I have to think about email chains. There's so many different pieces, and having a daily Instagram routine is just difficult. It really is. But if you look at some of the top creators for YouTube, sometimes they're only putting 2 videos out a month. So think about this in a way that if you took all your effort, you could take one day, you could take a week. Let's just say you took a week and you filmed 2 YouTube videos, or you filmed 4 YouTube videos. That's content that you could have for 2 months that supplies your audience if you have 2 videos a month, and that keeps your channel growing and that keeps your channel consistent. Just think about it in that way, versus making sure you have a piece of content for Instagram or a short, or you have something for TikTok every day. We're talking about 30 pieces of content. And sometimes people are posting more than one reel or short a day. So then we're talking 60 pieces of content. Yes, it's quick, and sometimes it can be low effort. But if you haven't figured out what that low effort content that's actually bringing in the audience, then you're just spinning your wheel on 60 different pieces of content, versus trying your hand at a video that's 10 minutes, that's engaging, and that's going to grow an audience in a totally different way. I'm going to also link to a video that I saw on Instagram by Modern Millie here on YouTube, where she talked about her different revenue versus her views on YouTube versus Instagram.
Let's see how much I got paid on Instagram versus over a 90-day period. First, Instagram. My monetization on Instagram is mainly from ads in profile feed, and looks like over the last 90 days, I got paid a whopping $5.07. Same for YouTube. We're only going to be looking at the revenue from ads that play before, during, or after my videos. Over the last 90 days, it looks like my channel got paid $22,730.60. Payout is not based on subscriber or follower number, but more so how many views you get on your content. On Instagram, this is how many views I've gained over the past 90 days. And then on YouTube, my payout was based off of 1.6 million views. That's pretty much all I wanted to take a look at. I know what I think, but let me know what you think down in the comments.
So her views on Instagram, she had 3 million views and she got paid, I think it was $5, and versus having 1.6 million views on her video for the past 3 months on YouTube and she got $22,000. You tell me, which one are you looking to put effort in? Are you looking to put effort in making $22,000 or making $5 and being semi, maybe not even viral on Instagram, because she's not viral on Instagram. She just has a large following. You guessed it, from YouTube, that also have subscribed to her on Instagram. And you know why they subscribe to her on Instagram? Because her lane on YouTube is that she gives Instagram advice. So if you're someone who's a content creator, you're going to find her on YouTube and you're going to say, oh, let me watch how she moves on Instagram so then I can move that same way on Instagram. But then her bulk following is coming from YouTube. And you will notice that a lot of girlies who have a large following, their following came from YouTube and they're sustaining it on Instagram. And Jackie Aina is a prime example of that. Her audience came from YouTube. Yes, we follow her now on TikTok and we follow her on Instagram, but it's still, you feel like you know her because she was sitting in your living room. She was sitting on your TV on YouTube. So let's just be honest. YouTube is that girl. YouTube is that girl, as my friend would say. So what I'm saying about having vision is that I'm not saying to get rid of Instagram if you're someone who does hair or sells hair, because I do think it can be very beneficial to have a presence there. I think you should have a presence there, but I don't know how much of your energy you should focus on it. I know that you are able to get clients from Instagram, but people are very good about just looking on Instagram, right? Looking for months and weeks before they actually make an appointment. So yes, maybe you do have some type of presence there, but just think about the fact that when you're not booking clients, how are you going to be generating income? That is my strategy for 2025. When I'm not booking clients, I want to be selling hair. I want to be making money with content on YouTube, because that is what's going to sustain my personal mental health because you can only do so many people's hair physically before it becomes overwhelming for your body, for your mind. So you have to think also long term. How are you investing in your retirement? How are you taking care of your body? How are you taking care of your business in those slow seasons? I knew immediately when I came back to creating content last year in 2024 that it couldn't be about just being popular and just having my face out there. If I'm going to put the effort into putting myself out there, it needs to be something behind it. And that's when I decided to have my hairline on Braidplicity, where I sell human hair and braiding hair. That way, I'm not spinning my wheels trying to figure out what to talk about. If I'm going to talk about something, it's going to be something that leads to payment. And yes, I can still have fun with it. Every piece of content doesn't have to be buy, buy, buy. But when those moments where I'm ready to say bye, 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 I have something there. And from there, I'm able to create tons of content. And I will also tell you my strategy for 2025 as far as social media is concerned. I'm going to share braiding tips on there, but it's not going to be anything crazy. I'm going to come on YouTube and share my braiding tips if I'm going to do anything in depth, because the people on YouTube, they still want tutorials. They're still going to sit and really engage with you. They're going to ask questions, and they are a buying audience. And even when they're not a buying audience, the fact that those views from their, the fact that they view your content, it helps you in the long run when you have those views. If I get a few views on an Instagram video, it's not really doing anything. The people there don't necessarily even engage. So you want to be on YouTube. YouTube is that girl. And I'm just going to leave you with this little bonus about YouTube. Right now, YouTube is going through a transition as far as what kind of content people want to see on there. And I do think people have moved away from wanting to see just tutorials. If you're going to do hair tutorials, I think you need to find a way to spice it up and add your personality in there. Yes, there still is a lane of how do I braid and them just going to a video and watching someone that braids. But if you want longevity, you're going to have to put your personality in there so people feel like it's something that they can connect with and something that they want to come back to, where even if you're doing a style that they really don't care about, they're going to sit and watch it because they know your content. It's going to give them a burst of energy. They know it's going to be something lighthearted, or they know there's going to be something funny when they watch the video. They're going to have a takeaway, even if they don't ever do the hairstyle that you just talked about. So that's how you have to think about it. And then you have to get in front of the camera and just have conversation. People are looking to connect. They don't want just this button up professional content without any personality. And I know that's what I just pretty much said, but essentially, like I'm doing right now, I'm not doing any hair in this video. I'm kind of putting a little bit of hair in there, but it's not just about that. There's something else that you can connect with, and you're able to get my vibe and see my personality and see what I'm on and see what my energy is like. And if it's something that you want to come on this journey with me as well. So that's how you have to look at the content if you are a hairstylist. On YouTube, what is something else you can bring to the table, even if it's a conversation about the hair industry, what you're experiencing as a new braider. I'm also taking the route of talking about how to become a new braider, what that's like. I'm just starting this from scratch, so I'm able to give that insight right now as it's happening in real time. That's something that may pique people's interest, even if they don't want to become a hairstylist, but they're nosy. They want to know, okay, well, is she going to be able to get any clients? Does anybody want them to braid her hair? How much is she charging? Where is she going to do hair? So many different things that I can pull from that. So you do have to find your way, and you do have to decide how you're going to get that in. But I would want you to use your vision to create a path for yourself on YouTube. Spin your wheels on anything, I really truly think it should be YouTube. Now, if you have any particular questions on how to get that done, if you want me to put on more content about how you can show up on YouTube as a hairstylist or someone selling hair, then let me know. I'm definitely willing to do that. And I just want you to know, as someone who was a former shy person who never wanted to be in front of the camera, if I can do this and show up online, so can you. You got to make your dreams bigger than that fear. What you're supposed to be doing has to be bigger than that fear. Yes, I'm nervous on camera. Yes, I'm overthinking it. Yes, I'm stumbling over my words, but I'm here and I'm showing up and I'm committed to the journey, and you need to be as well. So what are we doing in 2025? Let me know in the comments.